catch up with you after the meeting?
Bobby.
Yeah, I don't know. How strict you want to be? Give them 5 minutes?
Yeah, might as well. We're going to give him 5 minutes. Benefit of the doubt. Oh, ribbon. Oh, ribbon cut. What can we do on that noise ordinance?
Oh, sorry, I didn't respond to that.
It's a firecracker.
Well, I mean, you're sort of tapping into the issue of noise ordinances anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, ours is pretty general. It just says no unusual or unnecessary noise or something
But
like that.
what that said, we can't set separate times. Right. I know they'll be allowed at the hours that they need to for Christmas.
Well, we can say that that's a violation of the noise ordinance. As long as we have a noise ordinance that says no loud noises, we may want to just look at our noises. We have very specific things with general there's no noise. But no, I think the point of the law was we can prohibit fireworks at all times. But we can't just say no fireworks. We have to say no noise. Which we already have. You know, because we had to amend the ordinance to accept fireworks. So all we got to really do is take the exception. So all the law requires us to do is re-adopt it. I think they're going to make everybody specifically adopt an ordinance. I mean, the governor ain't signed it yet.
I don't know.
It looked like there may have actually been some changes, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. I thought it was it's just passed. I just had, well, he wouldn't sign it, I guess, yet, maybe.
Well, it's passed both bodies, but I think there were some changes, so it may have to.
They're about through.
This week? This week? Yeah, now's a mad rush. But when I pulled it up the law to answer your question about what do we have to do, it looked like there had been changes made.
What do you think about that one? About the timber bill, about the construction. You know about that? Yeah, and it's passed. I don't know if it's signed. It's been passed that prohibits local government from requiring like metal studs or whatever in construction so long as the wood is rated with the same strength or whatever capacity. I think it's a lot of people in South Carolina got that. But it preempted the local authority from not allowing wood in construction.
Is wood the strongest steel? Did you ever prove that? I mean, there's plenty of houses, there's plenty of buildings with wood framing.
Of course. I don't know if we prohibit it.
I don't think we prohibit wood, we just allow that.
That's what I would think. Somebody must be. Maybe in new commercial construction or something, you have to do metal stuff.
I bet in commercial they do, or multi-floor, whatever.
Yeah.
You're supporting something besides a roof. You know, they've all forgotten what they thought about local control, haven't they? Everybody likes the state to control it when it's in their favor.
Yeah. Give them another minute or so.
Yeah. I think we'd know by now.
I guess if I were going to a hearing, I'd not be there early.
I think I'd let them know it's coming, to tell you the truth. I think
I'd let them work.
or not let them
except for the balcony that we're standing in the hallway. One thing I noticed about it's very obvious, and I asked Pat Owens when I said, "Did you notice anything about the people that came?" She said, "Gray hair." I bet you the average age of those they sold pre-sold 350 kids, and they must have been, I don't know, whatever this will hold right here, Pat.
Did they do it as a whole group, or was it?
Well,
Like, did the whole group come at once?
no.
You could do it
They
at the
told them to split up. Some people started one end, started the other, some started the
Right.
other, and all that, because they didn't want all these people at one time.
Right.
But and a lot of people that went didn't actually go, didn't come in here
Right.
necessarily for the kickoff.
I got you.
But the one thing I know, I think the average age is 65.
Based on who was waiting on the sidewalks on Main Street, yeah.
You saw it? Yeah, okay. I think we're ready to go, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and call this public hearing to order. The purpose of this public hearing, and I will say in the beginning, it is being recorded, which is one of our requirements for our record. Yes. You can't hear me? It's on. Now it's on. Okay. Now it's working. Okay. This hearing today is in regard to the Canton Housing Authority Board membership, and it is in compliance with the Official Code of Georgia, Section 8353, Removal of Commissioners. And I'll read that short code section here. Removal of commissioners for inefficiency or neglect of duty or misconduct in office. A commissioner of an authority may be removed by the mayor, or in the case of an authority for a county, by the governing body of said county, provided that a commissioner shall be removed only after he, says he, but we'll say he or she, shall have been given a copy of the charges at least 10 days prior to the hearing thereon, and shall have had an opportunity to be heard in person or by counsel. In the event of the removal of any commissioner, a record of the proceedings, together with the charges and findings thereon, shall be filed in the office of the clerk. The letter that was sent to Ms. Queen, Holly Queen, a member of the Canton Housing Authority Board, I will read that letter as well, was hand-delivered by the Canton Police Department about 11 days ago. Dear Ms. Queen, this letter is to notify you that there will be a hearing on March 26, 2018 at 10 a.m. in the council chambers at Canton City Hall, 151 Elizabeth Street, Canton, Georgia, 30114, to determine whether you should be removed as a commissioner of the Canton Housing Authority. This hearing is being held as required under Official Code of Georgia, Section 8353, which is set out below. The law provides that you will be given notice of the hearing and the charges against you. The grounds for removal are inefficiency and neglect of duty in failing to implement policies and procedures to monitor the use of a housing authority credit card by 2 executive directors. At the hearing, you will be given an opportunity to address the grounds for removal. And the board member at this point would have had an opportunity to address those charges. However, let the record show that the board member did not attend this meeting. As most of you know, the Housing Authority has had some issues, some of which started that the board became aware about in May of 2015. The previous director, 2 directors ago, was not discharged until January of 2016, almost 7 months or so after that. After that point, the Housing Authority asked the city to back and sign off. The mayor has to sign on any bonds that are issued for projects that they are dealing with, and there was a project in Woodstock, and they asked the mayor to sign off on that. I would not sign off on that until
I had some reassurances that they had put some policies in place and that their financial, because they were getting $16,000 or $20,000 or something like that out of that bond issuance. And I asked them to come to the council and tell us what they have done or what are they doing to ensure that things like had just happened didn't happen again, and that they were capable of managing those financial matters. They came, they laid out some policies that they were implementing and what they were going to do and so forth, and so I proceeded to sign off on those bonds, and they proceeded with that. Just a few months after that, they had hired a new director, and then, as you know, the second director, after probably a year or less, was also alleged to have utilized the personal credit card, the authority credit card for personal use, just very similar to the charges that had occurred with the first director of the Housing Authority. Okay. And that's just a little bit of maybe confusing history, but it is a little bit of history that's going on there. And I have consulted with members of the council. I really appreciate you all being here. And I think we're all in concurrence that we need to start anew and get the Housing Authority geared up to do what it's charged to do and provide housing for those who needs it. Having given the board member, Holly Queen, the opportunity to respond to the charges and not appearing at this hearing, I am going to sustain those charges, and the board member is hereby removed. So that will be effective this 26th day of March 2018. Okay, that's the end of our hearing. Thank you for attending. It is done.